What's going on, guys? JP back at you once again, bring you guys day number 7 in my 9th annual 31 Days of Horror, a series in which we watch and review 31 horror films in 31 days, all during the month of October, leading right up to Halloween. And continuing along here, I decided to review my favorite horror film of all time. I haven't reviewed this during 31 Days of Horror before. I've reviewed it in other places, on podcasts, and even on this channel, but I've never done it for 31 Days of Horror, and this is the 9th annual, so I figured it was time. But the reason I chose it, the real reason, is because it is a very special occasion. As I mentioned in yesterday's video, if you watched it on Halloween 2018, I went and seen a double feature at the drive-in. The first film was Halloween 18. The second film was the main reason I went, and that was for the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974. So I got to see it on the big screen for the first time ever. Funny enough, I actually don't own a Blu-ray of this film. I only own this old 2-disc Dark Sky edition, which is pretty crazy considering this is my favorite horror film. There's a 4K out there in another country, but I still own this standard, I guess not standard, but this 2-disc edition DVD. But I did not watch this. I watched it on the big screen, which was really cool. So, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre 1974, it's my favorite horror film. It has been for a very long time. I don't see that changing anytime soon. I don't watch it nearly as much as I used to back in the day, but every once in a while, I'll pop it in for a special occasion. And even though it's my favorite, I don't watch it that much anymore, which I don't know what the reason why is. It's really one I can watch anytime. But you know, I just maybe I just don't want to overdo it. I don't know. But anyway, seeing it on the big screen was completely different because I had never done that before. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, of course, follows a group of kids, young adults who are going to check on their grandfather's grave because there had been some grave robbers in the area. They stop at their old family house. They run out of gas. They need gas. They check this house nearby to see if they can maybe buy some gas. But Leatherface, a chainsaw-wielding killer, lives in that house with his family. His crazy hitchhiker brother and their other brother, who is the runner of the local gas station. The hitchhiker actually gets picked up by the group a little bit before that, which I forgot to mention. And he creates quite a stir. Yeah, so that's Texas Chainsaw in a nutshell. You know, fight for survival. It's sort of a proto-slasher in a way. It's very brutal. Not with blood and well, not necessarily blood and like guts, but violence. It's scary, you know, it's intense. Like the kills are impactful. The first kill involving the sledge or the hammer to the head, brutal. The way the legs twitch, the way the door slams, everything is horrifying about that scene. I've always said Chainsaw to me is the perfect example of a true horror film. It's what I think of when I think horror films, so that's partially why it's my favorite. But also growing up, when I first watched this, it just was so terrifying. It was unrelenting. It was just insane. Watching it on a gritty VHS with the tracking all jacked up, you know, all the time. It was fantastic. Seeing it on the big screen was a cool experience, especially because it's October. It was nice and fall cool outside, you know, it was getting cold. Then it started raining a little bit, and it was a rainy night, but it wasn't so bad rain to where it was like disturbing my time, disrupting my time. It was atmospheric rain. It was good. I liked it. Just so cool, man. It was a bucket list film. Very happy to see it. What can I say about Chainsaw? I love it, man. The final chase sequence, Marilyn Burns, such a good screamer. One of the best ever screamers. Rest in peace, Marilyn Burns. But yeah, this movie, you know, you got Ed O'Neill, Jim Sidow in it, Gunnar Hansen as Leatherface. Just a classic, man. The scene with Grandpa, camera zooms in on the eye. It's just, ugh, it's horror, man. It's horror. So, of course, 10 out of 10 for Texas Chainsaw. I actually wore my chainsaw shirt, which I really like, to the drive-in. So, yeah. With that said, guys, thank you for watching. I'll see you guys next time with another one. Peace.